Bridgeway 578 here, welcome back to Sherlock Holmes. Alright, so yeah, so if you can see our boy Sherlock, it looks like he's been having a rough time, as of late. Now that I think about it, that's what Charles and the other dude from Call of Cthulhu actually look like. They all have these dreary eyes. By the way, please work with me today. I'm so today. Like, I don't know what it is. Like, my body is so tired. My mind is just not awake yet. So, it's one of those days, you know, one of those gloomy days where I just sit by the window and just watch the rain as the kids play in the puddle and alright, I'm gonna shut the hell up. Alright, so yesterday, we just had our first encounter with Cthulhu shit, where, you know, basically we went to like another dimension or something, and then, yeah, and then, we kind of found out, we didn't really find, Kamahia yet, or Kamiya, whatever the fuck his name was, but we know that we are dealing with the cult, and more specifically, the cult of, possibly Cthulhu. Actually, it is called Cthulhu because remember we saw Cthulhu's actual statue at there. So, anyways,
It's hard to know how much to pack. I might bring a spare notebook just in case.
all right. So, what are we up to now? Okay, so we still got our clues and stuff. Oh, here we go. Here's the dead man on the altar. So we got one yellow and two greens. Okay. Come in here. Well, he didn't have a eye or anything like that, so I guess we'll do that. Red hair, dark eyes, noteworthy side whiskers, and a mustache in need of a wash and trim. His body shows signs of struggle and strangulation, with his belly being clearly bloated. One of his fingers revealed a prick from a needle. His other hand is covered in mud, with some under with some under his nail. Okay. Hiring notice. Job is to move crates in the warehouse. Dirty Summers hired men in pub's private room. That's interesting. Let's look at the other stuff real quick. Okay, so we got a passport. Emil's surname Colby, hair color red. Well, there you go. That's one. Wait a minute. Colby. Okay, it's not Soulsby. It's Colby. Okay. Invoice for it. Sales cloth. The Parker and Williams Company, Manchester. Okay. Well, wait. This does come from Manchester, right? Oh, but Manchester is in England, duh. That's also so we got a passport and we also got advertisement flyers, so nailed it. Amos Colby from Northwood. Okay. The man on the altar was a private detective from the Northwood Agency in Boston. Yeah, that's connecting, you know, the other characters like Charles and him and the other guy from Cthulhu. What the fuck was his name? Hell, hold up. Now I need to actually know. Call of Cthulhu game. Okay. It's role-playing game, blah, blah, blah. Oh god, please tell me what this guy's name is. Please tell me what this guy's name is. Let's see, the plot. Boston, in 1924, Boston private investigator Edward Pierce. Okay, so his name was Edward. Alright, and this obviously has taken place before. But, you know, I'm just putting in the connection. He's a Boston detective. Well, we found a Boston detective in our game. Mr. Colby may have been investigating the disappearances before getting caught and killed by the perpetrators. Alright, where had the abducted been sent to? 10 boxes Edelweiss. I don't. Wait, what? Damage label reads Black Edelweiss Institute. Rest inscription is ineligible. Inside the box lies remnant of substance found in Kamahia's shed. A pendant, a polyboy, nah. Calling card, It's a missing person poster. Red rag around that. I don't think it's this, but let's, you know, the power of deduction, right? So we'll just, select it and then see if it makes sense or not. Where have the abducted been sent to? An American detective purposely drew it. No. Comedians, whereabout? Dead man and most calm. Oh no, that's the guy that we found. The job is to move crates in a warehouse. But the warehouse was literally where we just went to, so. See, the man on the altar was a private Northwood or Boston agent. Okay. So yeah, I think this is where I completely try to solve this one. Where have the abducted been sent to? I mean, I guess if we want to, we can just spam and see which one works and which one doesn't, right? Okay. So I got that right. And it was 10 bucks was right. I don't think the strange symbol is going to help us. Sent to an American detective, one purposely drew it with mud. The symbol lies within the temple underneath warehouse 12. Were we not just in warehouse 12 though? So. Okay, I figured. Black Edelweiss Institute in Switzerland. God dang. The abductees are headed for the Black Edelweiss or Edelweiss Institute, established in the 1700s. It lies somewhere in Switzerland. Alright. And now we got a book. Search this in the archives. Oh, I remember where the archives is. It's over here. There we go. Unless we have to get it from the menu. Yeah, we do. Okay. Alright. So, Switzerland. I believe it is in Europe. We were looking in the 1700s. And a private, is it a private facility? Is this an institute? I think it would be governmental, right? No? There we go, private facility. The Black Edelweiss Institute. I don't know too much about these institutions, like back in the days, so. It's in Interlaken, Switzerland, established in 1789 by Professor Keller. The institute specializes in mental illness and addictions. It is currently headed by Professor Gagatz.
Dr. Watson, how does a trip to Switzerland sound to you?
It sounds unexpected. What makes you think we should head there?
It's all about the box with narcotics and Mr. Colby's clue, the cross inside a rectangle. Put two and two together, add a dash of research, and what do you get? The Black Edelweiss Institute in Interlaken, Switzerland. If we hurry, we can still catch tonight's train. As grateful as I have been for your company, Dr. Watson, I'm afraid you shall have to investigate Edelweiss alone.
Hello? Mr. Holmes, I fear you overestimate my abilities.
Nonsense. You are a military man, a bastion of British courage.
I'm no such thing. As a doctor, I avoided most combat, save for one dreadful day. My troop was ambushed in a village with innocents caught in the crossfire. Too many to help.
The man with the rosary. He was one of them?
A translator, yes. We were trapped. 6 soldiers and myself. I thought it was the end. But Lieutenant Paget refused to go quietly. The men prepared for a final stand. I rose to follow, but Paget shook his head. He told me to run. That I had other men to save. They charged. and I fled through the rear. So you see, Mr. Holmes, I am a coward.
The
Damn.
logic seems inescapable.
Yes.
You, a surgeon by trade, would have been perfectly useless in that conflict.
What? No.
And how many men have you helped since? Ailments eased, troubles tended?
No more than a handful. Truth be told, I've become somewhat of a recluse.
How many people could you help with 30 years ahead of you? Dozens? Hundreds? Patchett was correct. You can cease your self-recrimination.
Holmes, I don't know what to say.
I would start with, I am Dr. John Watson, may I look around?
Damn, Holmes is giving some logical, emotional advice. I like that. So, I didn't expect this like ever actually to get like a little deep with these games, Sherlock Holmes games. Just because, you know, after spending some time with Sherlock in the past couple games, he's been more of a, you know, I'm a logic kind of guy. I don't really have time to deal with crybabies. You know, not like in that sort of sense, but. You know,
Edelweiss staff will doubtless be eager to show off their facilities to a fellow.
are we about to be playing as Watson though? That's
I have
actually
already
going to be
taken
pretty
the
damn
liberty of
cool.
Sending a letter on your behalf to request a visit.
And what of you?
I shall be pursuing other avenues. Should you see anything troublesome or improper, simply notify the local authorities. Otherwise, try a little analysis yourself. You know my methods. Apply them.
This entire game, man, is so it's so dreary, so like, yeah. I mean, gloomy. I mean, I don't know what to say. And it's the perfect like atmosphere for a Lovecraftian game, you know. I mean, it's just so perfect. So I like it. I like it a lot. Chapter 3, The Mountains of Madness. What? Yo, that's actually a a book out of Lovecraft's one of his stories, The Mountain of Madness. I believe it's about an expedition. People go into like one of the like either North Pole or Antarctica or something like that, and they go into a mountain, and like I mean they go into a mountain and find like giant spooky space demon monster guys. So it's good book. I haven't read it, but
Madam.
from what it sounds like, it's awesome.
Watson. I was wondering if you've got word of my visit.
Yeah, Dr. Watson. We received your letter on the matter. Would it be to see Professor Gygax?
At their earliest convenience, yes. I shall try not to take up too much of their valuable time.
Wait here, bitte. Mr. and Mrs. Bronson, your girl has made remarkable progress. See? Take a look for yourself.
My apologies for keeping you waiting, Dr. Watson. Surely you understand how medical work can make one lose track of time.
Do not be sorry, Professor. I too know the importance of closely attending to patients.
The work hardly stops here, yet the satisfaction of perfecting the mind compels us to persevere.
I take it you welcome many a soul into your establishment?
Admissions, yes. Visitors, though? I am curious as to what brought you to the Schwarzes Edelweiss.
Word of mouth. An article I read back in London spoke highly of your institution. But rather than taking its word for it, I thought I would see things for myself.
My asylum's reputation precedes it, then.
Everyone, your attention, please. Guten Day. Yes, hi. Hello. The name's Amos Colby, Northwood Detective Agency, Boston. I got questions that need answers. Who's in charge here?
What seems to be the matter, Dr. Watson? You can tell me.
By Jove, it cannot be him.
Yeah.
Right. Yes. I was surprised because that man is a celebrity. Yes, that's it. Very famous, Mr. Colby. I couldn't believe my eyes.
No. In my line of work, it can't
Interesting.
wait. The longer it takes
If
me
you
to get
wish
to
to
the truth,
recuperate,
the
Dr.
more
Watson,
lives
you
are
may
placed
avail
in
yourself
harm's
of the
way.
guest room.
But I have so much more to discuss.
Nurse, if you'd be so kind as to escort Dr. Watson to the guest room. Herr Colby, From Northwood Agency? How unexpected. I am Professor Gygax. I would be happy to answer your questions in the examination room.
Look, Professor, unless you got any clues as to the whereabouts of...
What the fuck is going on right now?
There is no need to be alarmed. No one gets neglected in my
Can that bitch be any more evil looking? Like seriously.
Now, let's not resort to brute force.
Do not worry, Herr Colby. My methods are rather more delicate. Search him thoroughly. Then take him to the holding chamber. I need to decide precisely what to do with our guest.
Yeah, I had a feeling that was Sherlock, just based on his hair and stuff.
The unmistakable scent of alcoholism. Did you walk through their doors as I did, or did they collect you off the streets?
Alright. I know for a fact. Wait, okay. Alright, let's go ahead and go inside. Okay. Okay. So, a little bit up there. Alright, this is just a guess at this right now. Okay, so we got the first two. Need to put that down 1 and put the other thing down 2. So boom, 1, 2. And that might be it. Yep.
Truncheon, not the typical tool for a nurse.
I'm surprised they have like no guards around here. Hannes Winkler, Lionel Richard.
I command you to free me at once.
I'm not sure that's a great idea at the moment.
How dare you deny me? I must have my revenge against the lickspittles upstairs.
Fortunately for you, I'm here to stop the very same people.
You are?
Indeed. But first, I must discover all I can about this institution. Tell me, have you witnessed the arrival of any foreign patients?
Tell me? The goal, the impertinence to bark such orders.
Please, we don't have time for this.
Do you know with whom you speak? I am the great Napoleon.
Right.
Oh. Napoleon Bonaparte?
The one and only. Emperor of the French, first consul of the Republic, leader of La Grande Armée. Once I am free and have exacted my revenge against the guards who ridicule me, I shall rest happy in the arms of my beloved Josephine.
Right. Well, I will leave you to your scheming, Emperor. Very sturdy. I might borrow it.
Fourth little frog. Frogs can't wash up, and I surely can. That is the difference between a frog and a man. Fourth little frog was dirty and rotten. What if I put that frog in the water? Lizzie John Drup swims in a bath. Laundry becomes the end of her path. Fourth little frog dies in the walls of a black Italy.
Sounds sinister, even for a place like this. I wonder if there are more frogs in the pond.
What was that? Is someone there?
Right.
I'm sure I heard something.
Basically telling you don't go in there. Alright, fair enough, video game. Arlene, Kala, Felicia Hung.
Stain or glittering gold. There is nothing can console me. but my jolly sailor bold.
Alright. Wow. They're really they were Frogward. You guys are really proud of this this lockpicking game, aren't you? Alright. Let's just see where they all at right now. Okay. So we need to bump the first one maybe 2 more times. So up 2, down 1, down 2, down 1. Okay. So up 2, down 1, 2, 1, down, or something like that. Alright. And I need to drop the middle one down a bit. No, fuck. I didn't mean to fucking press circle. Okay, thank God it saved your progress. Okay. And I just need to drop this one down a little bit more. There we go.
A certificate of appreciation from the municipal councillor to Professor Becker for contributions to the development of medicine in Interlaken. A simple toolbox, yet capable of repairing anything.
Alright.
R.G. Hill, Dr. Connolly, it appears that all the psychiatric classics were banished here. John Sallow, the Tulpa phenomenon. I'm somewhat of an expert already.
Fifth little frog. Frogs cannot kill, but I surely can. That is the difference between a frog and a man. Fifth little frog was foolish at large. He forgot about rules and who's in charge. Timothy Camilleri lies dead in Block B. I swapped out his pills for something nasty. Fifth little frog dies in the walls of Black Edelweiss.
Speech and the Cerebellum by S.A. Becker. This photo was damaged, seemingly by oil. I can make out the names listed here. Cooking grease. Is this the kitchen dumbwaiter? Looks like it's still operational.
I get enough for later. Note from Professor Becker. Professor Gygax, I have suffered serious chemical burns upon my hand, the consequence of your inexcusable action. My session with Gerda ended before it even began. Poor thing was so terrified she refused to talk and started to destroy everything in her room rather than let me approach her. What you did to Gerda will not and cannot happen again. Let it be known that I consider your methods as a barbaric malpractice. If, as you so boldly claim, you wish to be the future of my faculty or my facility, you must embody my high standards. Do not disappoint me again. Professor Becker, Director of Black Dwarf. Damn, she got roasted.
Tubes of varying diameters. Interesting.
Alright, so found some interesting metal tube. We got a note from Professor Becker telling Gygax that she's not working up snuff. Got a working dumbwaiter. Found an old photograph with Dr. Feister, Dr. Huber, Professor Gygax, okay, and Professor Becker. Then we just found a letter from Becker too. Yes, we did. Let's see. So then we got these two, and then all right. Oh wait, we actually got another thing. Oh, okay, we can't do it. How to safely remove the Block B guard. I don't think we got the things that we need, but screw it. Let's go ahead and deduct these 3. Alright. What's this right here?
Painting in a mental institution. Vogel would be delighted.
My boy Goat Vogel. I remember him. Alright. That and block B. Alright, which block are we at again? That's the apothecary. That's the examination room. Oh, we can just walk up here if we want to. Okay, cool. Cool.
This sedative worked faster than I expected. Perhaps I ought to train myself. Build up a tolerance. I'd rather not sit in this chair ever again.
Oh, hi ho, hey, howdy ho. Look at the funny devs again, putting himself in the pictures,
Locked.
in the
I
walls.
suppose the reception will be guarded anyway.
I'm only assuming, of course.
No way I can get past him without being noticed. There's the guest room. I wonder if Watson was able to speak to Gygax.
Alright, Watson's successful infiltration. Dr. Watson's in the guest room that is next door to Gygax's office. Alright. I'm not quite sure if we really have anything else we can look at here. Unless we can just barge through all these chairs. Now we can. Alright, let's go ahead and find out how we can get rid of the guard in B.
Any chemist would envy the quality of this equipment. The final product, ready to cure madness, or to push one deeper into its grasp. Raw materials used to formulate medicine. With this equipment, they can create any type of medication.
Okay, so block A patient, Lois K diagnosed with, wow, dermatillomania, mania like WrestleMania, commentary, nail trimming every day, do not untie her hand, Avis, she won't stop screaming, dissociation, hysteria, and nervous breakdown. Alright, we're back. I had to take a bathroom break, and then I decided, you know what, I'm gonna go ahead, because I don't know, again, like I've said, since Monday, my leg just felt really weak. So I was like, you know what? I'm going to do what any meathead would do, and I'm going to do some squats. And I did. Well, I did more than squats, but anyway, so that's why I'm a little out of breath at the moment. Alright, so I'm back here in the Mind Palace. Let's see, how do we safely remove the block B guard? And there we go. We'll just juice him up with some handmade drugs or something, I don't know. It could be possible to sedate the guard from a distance using a handmade blowpipe. Perhaps one of the tubes from the storage room could suit. Alright. And also like to mention too, I wasn't really paying attention that much. Like I said, my brain is anywhere but here today. So each of these little frog poems say that they need say Like I think the first portion is just some random, crazy, weird writing, but the second portion gives out names like Timothy Calamari, was it Don Drop, and tells how they died. So if we actually look for Luzzy, let's see. Okay, so that's block A. Okay, so block B, I imagine, is over there. Yeah. So let's go look for the tubes in the storage room. Wait, and grab this. Wait.
This should suffice.
Alrighty. Now we're gonna fucked up that one dude. Give him some good juice. Alright, cool. Are we
This
taking
should
this
be enough
disguise?
to avoid
Yep.
unwanted attention, at
Nice.
least from a distance.
Here we go. First little frog. Frogs cannot think. I surely can. That is the difference between a frog and a man. First little frog was my very first try. Her dumb little head is needed to pry. Hannah Pollard near the hole in the wall wonders. There her head with a brick encounters. First little frog dies in the walls of Black Edelweiss. Alright. What were you looking at, my boy?
Manufactured and packaged here. This is the same narcotic substance that we found in London.
Letter to Mrs. Schneider. Herr Schneider. I hasten to assure you that your son is in good hand, and that his unexpected development of a psychological disorder can be remedied at our facility. I'm sure you are as concerned about your son's well-being as I am, and I am confident our combined effort will lead to a speedy recovery. The housing of our pharmaceuticals in your warehouse is an important part of this process. If you succeed at drawing officials' attentions away from this precious cargo, there will be nothing to stop me from returning your son safe to you. Safe, sound, and free of this unfortunate illness. Sincerely, Professor Gygax. He's like a kingpin or something, this chick. I mean, she just pretty much, like, checks off every single box of the baddest bitch in the world category. Sorry, I'm still so like a chubby kid. Alright. Yes, nice to meet you too. How you doing, Miss Silhouette? What I'm actually interested in. Let's see. Timothy Camilleri. Okay, let's see if we can find that guy specifically. He said, how did he die? In a bath? Swapped out his pills for something nasty. Oh, no. You basically just committed murder. That's what you did. Ah, this bitch is so bad.
Go away, or I will tear your lips from your skull with my fingernails!
Miss,
I'll gouge your eyes out and cut off your hands, just like you did to Heidi.
I am quite certain you would, but I'm afraid you have me mistaken for someone else. So, I take it your name is Gerda? Who is Heidi?
You talk strange. You're going to Hell's Door, aren't you? To where those other funny talkers finally shut up?
Hell's Door? To what do you refer?
Only Heidi had answers. Go away, pig!
I
said go, or you will spend your last moments on Earth screaming. This door won't stop me.
Hey, nice to meet you, Gerda.
They took you away, and I'll never forgive them.
Alright, okay, all Gerda talk about is Heidi. Heidi went through unimaginable torture. Her eyes and arms were torn off. What? Okay, so Hannah Pollard, Cameron Lindsay. Okay, so it doesn't really tell me anything I need. Alright, so yeah, so maybe we'll find something a little bit more about Heidi herself. We'll be able to talk to Gerda a bit. Restricted area. Okay. Better almond spell. Empty.
The killer swapped Timothy's pills for cyanide. The faint almond scent is unmistakable.
Okay, right. So yeah, so there's a murderer going on inside the institution. So yeah, that makes sense. I figured that was the case, and it wasn't like, well, and it wasn't like Professor Gygax or something, because that's like a little bit on the nose, don't you think? Handprint, left
The
hand.
murderer used his left hand to kill Hannah with a brick.
Alright. I'm the open too. I wonder how he got away with it. A series of murders at the Black Elder was judging by the location of the crime scene. The killer is or was an employee of Black Elder West. Alright. That dude is laughing like an evil anime villain. Alright. I guess we should check the restricted area if we can go in. Yep. Investigation scene found. Where? Hello! Oh my god, it's the shower room. Did not want to be in here for too long. I don't want to accidentally drop any soap. How you doing, beautiful?
So you're Heidi. I didn't realize I was on haunted doll watch.
Alright, well, looks like you're coming with me. Why would you not grab this, Sherlock?
So you...
Unless... Yeah.
Lord, how unsettling. The damage seems intentional.
Greta didn't say much about the foreigner at the asylum, but she mentioned that the place where those funny talkers finally shut up. Said it's behind Hell's Door, whatever that is.
The garments of several dozen people at least.
That's Hell's Door,
Fabric
I
burnt in
imagine.
the furnace. A jalabia, a traditional garment from northern Africa.
Alright, let's give this doll to Gerda and see if she'll speak.
I will make them pay for what they did to Heidi.
I believe I have found your friend.
Heidi! Oh, poor girl. What did they do to you?
Shh. It's all right now. Everything will be all right.
Please, Gerda, now I have found Heidi, I need some help from you in return.
Shh, Heidi. We should thank the man, don't you think?
How did you end up in Block B?
The nurses say I'm prone to violent outbursts, but they're wrong. I just do what Heidi tells me.
Yeah, this bitch is crazy.
Have you ever met Professor Becker?
I remember him. He was in charge here before that witch Gygax. But I haven't heard his voice for a long time. Too bad. He was nice.
Professor Gygax seems to rule this facility with an iron fist. Do you know anything about her?
She's sick. She did nasty things to us. Separated me and Heidi just for fun. Before she got here, this place was all right.
Tell me all you know about those funny-talking people.
We'd hear their screams. The guards would take them down the corridor behind you and they'd disappear. And the screams would stop.
I shall leave you two to get reacquainted.
Okay, so I know we're taking it from a crazy person, but it seems like the guy before Gertgatch was pretty chill. So, now she said that she takes people with funny voices. Seems like to be down here. What is this? restricted area for the shocker. Third little frog. Frogs cannot dream, and I surely can. That is the difference between a frog and a man. Frogs dreaming is seedless. There's nothing to reap. So I woke the third frog from his meaningless sleep. A man counts sheep, and Peter the fuck has seen zero. In holding chamber lies smothered by pillow. Third little frog dies, and the walls are black odorless. Okay. So we should find the holding chambers at some point. Medical evaluations, young adult male, Dutch, weak-minded, eager to follow orders. Adult male, Romania, remain violent, require need for traditional sedative, once calm, the doses for subject was minimal. Young adult male, a new diagnosed language, incomprehensible, subject thus assumed mad, interesting. They even mention what it. Another young male, Maori, another language incomprehensible. Summary, all subjects in good condition, showing signs of obedience regardless of race or native language, they must move on for further testing.
So this is how they kept the prisoners docile and harmless.
Something sticking out.
An orthodox reliquary commonly found in Eastern Europe, now in a cell halfway up the Alps.
Kubota and Jordan. Alright, so we just opened up an investigation thing in here. Okay, so we still got the investigation booger up here. Got another thing of blood. Head from above. Discoloration, strong chlorine
This stretcher
smell.
was disinfected frequently.
Well, the obvious one makes sense, but definitely do some more investigations to be sure. Like a little frog. Frogs cannot choose. I surely can. That is the difference between a frog and a man. Like a little frog gave up to his fate, which I choose for her and served on a plate. Abigail and Merziel bleeding almost a full tank near the examination room where she lies with a shank. Like a little frog.
These are the same crates we found in London. I should take a closer look. Dirt and sweat. They were locked in here for days, judging by the smell.
Oh, that has to be very uncomfortable.
The kidnappers even provided airflow. How generous. I doubt that one could survive such a journey with this little water.
There's one more thing around here. Getting close. Okay, so it's on the bottom here somewhere. Oh, Hey.
This is the same design as the one from London. This trip was prolonged and perilous.
That's his broken nails.
A bottle this sturdy doesn't break by accident. Substantial blood loss. One poor soul found another way out.
He killed himself on the in the middle of the journey. That seems probable. That doesn't seem likely considering that guy's dead. Yeah, likely. I mean, we don't really see any, though it does seem rather hard somebody to survive, this journey. Who knows?
The stamp on this crate confirms it came from America. That's quite a distance to travel.
Damn.
The doors can be opened for deliveries.
Alright. Whoa. Holy shit. Yeah, that makes sense. So they would have come through here. And then, considering that one of them survived, I imagine they've done this enough time to know how to keep their victims alive. Considering it seems like they've done this for quite a while. But, as we can predict, this guy he killed himself, which, what the fuck do you have to do? Do you have to go through to, you know, do that, man? And then, of course, these patients will be transported to the holding cells, mistreated, obvious by the way this guy's smacking people on the back of their head.
The carriages were backed through these doors, and they began to unload their cargo in secret. Next, the crates were opened, freeing their passengers. Not everyone survived the journey. The dirty, exhausted, and dehydrated prisoners were then herded into cells. All the cells are now empty, and I have not located a morgue. Time to find Hell's Door.
Wow. This, yeah, this game has definitely gotten to become a lot darker. In fact, I can definitely say that this is, so far, became the most darkest Sherlock Holmes game we've played thus far. And I'm saying thus far because I heard that Jack the Ripper is quite dark as well. But, you know, maybe a remaster someday, Frogware. Hint, hint. I don't know. But regardless, though, first full week of playing Sherlock Holmes, and hell yes, it has been worth it like every step of the way. So I'm enjoying it. I mean, we got a little bit of the taste of the Lovecraftian stuff. Yeah, man, I'm so excited. So I'm not as like hyped and excited as I usually am. I'm just, oh, man, this week has been a tough week, but you know, I'm still moving. You know, I ain't stopping yet. So I can stop. I can sleep when I'm dead. I don't have time to bleed. All right, I'm done. I'm sorry. I don't mean to quote old movie quotes. All right. Anyways, thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Later.